I took the official guidelines for JBQ updated July 2023 and compared them to the simplified rules for Teen Bible Quiz updated August 2023 to find out what's different. What will change for you as you move from JBQ to XP5? At the bottom of page 14, the section on corrective procedures begins with a section on point of order. The guideline says the head coach or assistant coach has the right to call point of order in any of the examples listed below. The quizzer may call a point of order only under examples 1 and 2. Then on page 15, the guidelines list 7 permissible examples of a proper point of order. There are 2 basic differences in TBQ. First, any member of a team may state point of order, regardless of what the point of order is. And secondly, there are no specifics listed in the TBQ rules for proper points of order. The rules simply state that if the quizmaster determines that a point of order is proper, they will correct the situation. But let's go to the glossary for JBQ and the glossary for TBQ, and you'll notice a key difference in how the point of order is used. In JBQ, the glossary defines a point of order as an attempt to correct or call attention to a procedural error or possible guideline violation on which the officials have not already acted. In TBQ, the words possible guideline violation are omitted. This means that if there is a possible guideline violation, the corrective procedure of point of order is not the correct procedure. There is another corrective procedure to be used, contesting, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But let's look at the 7 points of order in JBQ and see if they would apply in TBQ. Number 1, the quiz equipment needs to be reset. Yes. Number 2, the quizmaster calls the number of the next question without rereading an interrupted question. Yes. Number 3, a quizzer remains illegally in the match. Yes. Number 4, a question or point value is misread. No. And here's why. All questions and their associated point values are published and known in JBQ, but in TBQ, neither team has seen the questions and do not know what point values the questions have before they're read by the quizmaster. That's why it's up to the quizmaster and judges to catch any misreads. If they do not, this would be a possible guideline violation, and a point of order cannot fix that. Number 5, a responding quizzer who has not given any incorrect information is ruled incorrect before the 30-second time ends. No. Again, a guideline has possibly been violated, and a point of order is not proper here. Number 6, an 11th 10-point, 8th 20-point, or 4th 30-point question is called during any match. This point of order may be made immediately upon calling of the point value. For example, the quizmaster reads question number 16 for 30 points. The point of order should be made before the quizmaster starts to read the actual question. If it is not, it must be made before the succeeding question is called. Yes and no. First, you'd have to change what it says here to a 9th 10-point, 10th 20-point, or 4th 30-point question is called. And if the point of order is before the quizmaster finishes the actual question, it's a proper point of order. However, if the question has been read and or answered, while the point of order might be accepted, it is also possible that the corrective procedure of contesting would be proper. Number 7, any guideline violation occurs other than what's in the section answering guidelines. Requesting a point of order to adjudicate an interrupted question or answer is a team foul. This is not a proper point of order in Teen Bible Quiz, since any guideline violation is to be addressed through contesting, not through a point of order. However, asking for a point of order to address a guideline violation will simply not be accepted and will not incur a foul. So, let's go to the Teen Bible Quiz corrective procedure of contesting. This replaces JBQ's coach's appeal. The JBQ glossary describes the coach's appeal as a procedure used by a head coach to request the judges to reconsider a ruling on a response. Further, on page 15, under Coaches' Appeals, General Guidelines regarding Coaches' Appeals, number 3, the guidelines say, a coach's appeal is permitted only to change the decision of the quizmaster and/or judges concerning the correctness of a response. The intent of contesting is very similar, but because questions are not static like they are in the Fact Pack, contesting is slightly broader. Contesting is permitted on the following 3 issues. A, to challenge the validity of the question. B, to void the question. And C, and this is the part most like a coach's appeal, to change the decision of the quizmaster and/or judges concerning the correctness of the completion of the question and/or answer. Guideline number 1 in this same section of the JBQ guideline says, a team is allowed 2 coaches' appeals per match. In contesting, each team is limited to 2 contests per question. However, once a team has presented 3 unsuccessful contests in the same match, they cannot present any more contests in that match. Now, you might be thinking, wow, 2 contests per question. That's a lot of potential contests. And it is, but in practice, TBQ teams don't contest much because there aren't that many things which need correcting. And the limit of 3 unsuccessful contests helps keep teams from needlessly contesting. Page 16, Team Procedures for Coaches' Appeals. Number 1 says, the head coach or assistant coach may initiate a coach's appeal. In TBQ, any member of the team may express their desire to contest. Number 2 on page 16 says, once the quizmaster has granted the appeal, A, the team requesting the appeal has 30 seconds to prepare and present their appeal to the quizmaster and judges. In TBQ, the contesting team has 2 minutes and 30 seconds to prepare and present their contest. But after the expiration of the first 30 seconds, a team may elect to withdraw the contest in exchange for a timeout, if they have one available, instead of taking an unsuccessful contest, even if they have begun presenting their contests. The rest of that JBQ guideline says during the preparation of the appeal, the head coach may verbally communicate with one member of the team. Part B says the remaining members of the presenting team and the other team may not verbally communicate. In TBQ, during the preparation of the contest, the entire presenting team may verbally communicate with one another, as well as the opposing team, because the opposing team is going to get 1 minute to respond to the contest. In JBQ, number 3 says that only the head coach may present the appeal. In TBQ, any team member may present the contest or the response to a contest. Are there more differences between JBQ guidelines and TBQ rules that we haven't covered here? Yes and no. There are more rules in TBQ that we haven't covered, but most of those additional rules address what TBQ questions are allowed to ask. But we have covered all the direct differences where the JBQ guidelines say one thing and the TBQ rules say something else. So go ahead, make the move to XP5. With a good basis in JBQ, you are well on the way to being successful in Teen Bible Quiz. If you have questions, email me, Tim, at pfbiblequiz.com, and share this video with your JBQ friends so they too can make the move to XP5.